Hey guys, this is Cubyr, and for day 6 of tutorial week, I'll be teaching you how to solve the gear cube. So the gear cube is a very easy puzzle to solve, and I originally learned the method that I use for it from RedKB. I'll try to explain as much as possible about the method and which pieces the algorithms switch. So first, let's just mix it up. Once the puzzle is scrambled, which should be pretty quick, then what you need to do is find pairs of pieces and try to match the pairs up. For example, these two are already a pair, but if you didn't have that, you might have something like this, where the pieces are on a diagonal. And remember, even if you get two yellow pieces together, you need to make sure that these are supposed to be next to each other when the cube is solved. For example, this is blue and this is green, so that wouldn't work. So flip it around, and there you go. So now match two pairs of the same side up. So flip this around and down. And once you have that, make sure that the top and bottom layers are both solved, as in these two match up. They don't, so just do a U move, and then they will be solved. Also, just because of the gear cube mechanics, when you solve, for example, one full side, then the other full side will be solved. Now, once you're done with that, you're going to just need to do, for example, R2 moves, L2, U2, whatever you want to do, but you need to get all the centers to be solved. So in the case I just had, there we go, these two were solved, green and blue, but these four were switched. This one was switched with this one was switched with this one. So just do a R2 move, and then it will be solved. For switching the edges, this can be a little bit more tricky in terms of how the algorithms work. And basically, what you're going to do is you're going to orient it so that you need to switch two edges on top and then two edges on the bottom, like this. So these two and these two. Don't orient it like this, orient it so that the strip of edges that needs to be oriented is basically on the M slice. And then the algorithm will also make it so that the E slice, the equator, basically gets switched like an X. This piece gets switched with this piece, and this piece gets switched with this piece. So the algorithm that you're going to do is U, R2, U, R2, and once you've done that, then the cube might be solved or it might not. You might have to do that algorithm a couple times on a couple different axes, and you'll have to experiment to see what works best in terms of solving the cube. Once you're done with that, you're just going to do several R moves in whichever axis hasn't been rotated in terms of the edges. So for example, this axis has been, the edges are correct. However, for these, the edges are in the right spot, but they're rotated. So what you're going to do is you're going to just do one move. If the edges are flat after that move, then do 3 more moves in the same direction, and then that axis will be solved. However, if you start to do one move like that, and the edges are not flat like they will be in the solved cube, then you're going to need to rotate them the other way, and then they'll be flat. Basically, the edges become in their correct position every 3 turns. So if you do 1 turn and they're flat, that means after 3 more turns, they will also be flat. And once you've done that, then the cube should be solved. If you have any questions, just comment down below, And for day 7, the final day of tutorial week, we will be solving the house cube.